Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Hillary, and it's great to have you here. Today, we're exploring the critical safeguards that protect lives offshore, often before anyone even realizes there's danger.
Hundreds of kilometers from the nearest coastline, standing alone in one of the world's harshest environments, an offshore oil and gas platform never truly rests. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every second, an extraordinary operation unfolds. Deep beneath the ocean floor, crude oil and natural gas travel upward through production wells under enormous pressure. Across the platform, massive separators process thousands of barrels of oil. Powerful compressors handle millions of cubic feet of natural gas. High-pressure pumps move fluids through an intricate network of steel pipelines. Electrical generators supply power to every critical system. Heavy cranes lift equipment weighing dozens of tons. Helicopters arrive and depart carrying offshore workers who keep this floating industrial city alive. To the outside world, it appears calm, orderly, routine, but hidden beneath this calm exterior exists one of the most hazardous industrial environments on Earth. Every day, flammable gas flows through production equipment. Hydrocarbons are processed under extreme pressure. High-voltage electrical systems operate continuously. Heavy machinery rotates at incredible speed. Extreme weather can arrive with little warning. One equipment failure, one damaged pipe, one uncontrolled ignition source could quickly turn a routine operation into a life-threatening emergency. Yet, something remarkable happens. Day after day, year after year, millions of barrels of oil are produced safely. Thousands of offshore workers complete their shifts and return home to their families. Why? Is it simply luck? Is it because offshore workers are fearless? Or is there something happening behind the scenes that most people never notice? The answer lies in something known throughout the offshore industry as critical safeguards. These are the invisible layers of protection that stand between normal operations and disaster. Most people working on the platform will pass them every single day without giving them a second thought. A gas detector mounted high above a walkway, a pressure safety valve quietly protecting a production vessel, an emergency shutdown valve waiting for the moment it may be needed. Fire detection systems constantly scanning for danger, deluge systems standing ready to release thousands of liters of seawater every minute, emergency generators prepared to restore power if the main electrical system fails, lifeboats, rescue equipment, permit-to-work systems, isolation procedures. Every one of them has a single purpose: to prevent a small problem from becoming a catastrophic accident. But perhaps the most remarkable thing about critical safeguards is that when they perform perfectly, almost nobody notices them, because nothing happens. There is no explosion, no fire, no dramatic rescue. Only another safe shift, completed successfully. Behind every safe offshore operation, there are dozens of critical safeguards working together. Some are advanced engineering systems, some are carefully written procedures, and some are the experience, discipline, and decisions made by the people on board. Together, they form a powerful network of protection. One barrier supports another, one system backs up the next. Because offshore, safety is never built on a single line of defense. It is built on layers. Layers designed to protect the installation, protect the environment, protect valuable equipment, and above all, protect every person who steps onto the platform. Over the next few minutes, we'll take you inside these invisible safety barriers to discover how they quietly prevent disasters before they ever begin. Because the safest offshore platform is not the one that responds best to an emergency. It is the one whose critical safeguards prevent the emergency from happening in the first place. Every offshore platform is designed with one simple philosophy: never rely on a single barrier, because offshore, machines can fail, components can wear out, weather can change without warning, and people, no matter how experienced, can make mistakes. That is why offshore safety is built on layers. Layers of protection, known throughout the industry as critical safeguards. Imagine each safeguard as one link in a powerful safety chain. If one barrier fails, another immediately stands ready. And behind that would be another. Together, they form an invisible shield protecting every person on board. The first layer begins with prevention. Before a single valve is opened, before a pump starts, before maintenance begins, every task is carefully planned. Risk assessments are completed. Work permits are approved. Toolbox talks bring every member of the team together to discuss hazards, assign responsibilities, and confirm that everyone understands the job ahead, because preventing an incident is always better than responding to one. As production begins, another group of safeguards quietly takes over. Across the platform, hundreds of sensors constantly monitor the process. Gas detectors continuously sample the atmosphere for even the smallest trace of hydrocarbon gas. Heat detectors and flame detectors remain on constant watch. Pressure transmitters monitor production vessels every second. Temperature sensors watch for abnormal conditions. Flow meters detect changes that could indicate equipment problems. These instruments never become distracted. They never become tired. They work every second of every day, watching, measuring, protecting. If something begins to change, the information reaches the control room almost instantly. Operators study every alarm, every trend, every process value. Sometimes, the solution is simple: a small adjustment, a routine inspection, or planned maintenance before the problem grows. But if conditions continue to worsen, another critical safeguard automatically steps forward: emergency shutdown systems, known offshore simply as the ESD. Within seconds, these intelligent systems can isolate sections of the plant, close emergency shutdown valves, stop pumps, reduce pressure, and safely shut down production, not because production has failed, but because protecting lives will always come first. Yet, the layers do not stop there. Pressure. Safety valves protect equipment from dangerous overpressure. Firewater deluge systems stand ready to cool equipment during a fire. Emergency diesel generators automatically restore essential electrical power during a blackout. Fire and gas systems continue monitoring even when normal operations have stopped. Enclosed lifeboats, fast rescue craft, emergency escape routes, and trained emergency response teams remain ready around the clock. Every safeguard has a specific purpose. Some prevent incidents, some detect danger, some control the emergency, others protect people if evacuation becomes necessary. None of these systems work alone. Each one supports the next. Like the links of a chain, their true strength comes from working together. Because offshore, safety is never the responsibility of a single machine or a single person. It is the result of dozens of critical safeguards working together every second to ensure that what could become a disaster never becomes one at all. For hours, the offshore platform has been operating exactly as planned. Oil continues flowing through the production system. Natural gas moves safely through pipelines. Operators monitor the process. Technicians carry out routine inspections. Everything appears normal. Then, without warning, a small seal inside a gas processing line begins to fail. The leak is almost impossible to see. There are no flames, no explosion, no loud noise. Only a tiny amount of hydrocarbon gas slowly escapes into the surrounding area. To the human eye, nothing seems unusual. But offshore, critical safeguards are already watching, mounted high above the process equipment. Gas detectors continuously sample the air. Within seconds, one detector senses a slight increase in hydrocarbon concentration. Immediately, a signal is transmitted to the control room. A yellow advisory alarm appears on the operator's screen. The operator acknowledges the alarm and begins reviewing the live process data. Gas concentration slowly increasing, pressure normal, temperature stable. The control room. Supervisor immediately contacts the field operator. Control room to process area. Gas detector GD204 has activated. Proceed to the location and investigate. The field operator responds immediately, wearing full personal protective equipment and carrying a portable gas detector. The operator approaches the affected module carefully. Every movement follows established offshore procedures. There is no rushing, no unnecessary risk. As the operator reaches the area, the portable gas detector confirms the reading. A small gas leak has developed. The situation remains under control, but offshore, even a small gas leak demands immediate action. Without hesitation, the control room initiates the next critical safeguard, the emergency shutdown system. Within moments, emergency shutdown valves begin closing automatically. Production from the affected process is safely isolated. Compressors reduce speed. Pumps begin shutting down. The flow of hydrocarbons is brought under control. At the same time, the platform's ventilation system automatically adjusts to disperse any remaining gas safely. Electrical equipment within the affected zone is isolated to remove potential ignition sources. Fire and gas systems continue monitoring every second. Emergency response personnel move into position, not because there is panic, but because they have trained for this exact situation countless times before. Within minutes, the gas concentration begins to fall. The leak has been contained. No fire, no explosion, no injuries, no environmental release. The platform remains safe. Engineers and technicians now begin their investigation. The damaged seal is identified. Repairs are planned. The faulty component will be replaced before production resumes. Every alarm, every sensor reading, every operator action, and every automatic response is carefully reviewed. Not to assign blame, but to understand how the safeguards performed. The result is remarkable. No single critical safeguard prevented the incident. The gas detector identified the hazard. The control room recognized the warning. The field operator confirmed the situation. The emergency shutdown system isolated the process. The ventilation system dispersed the gas. The emergency team stood ready. Every safeguard performed its role. Every layer supported the next. This is why offshore safety is built on barriers, not assumptions. Because when one system detects danger, another responds, and together, they prevent a small problem from becoming a major disaster. The gas leak has been contained. The affected equipment has been isolated. The atmosphere is once again safe. Across the platform, normal operations slowly begin to return. But for the offshore crew, the work is far from over. Long after the alarms have fallen silent, another critical process begins. Learning. Engineers gather inside the control room. Maintenance supervisors review inspection reports. Instrumentation technicians download data from gas detectors. Electrical technicians verify the emergency shutdown system performed exactly as designed. Every alarm, every valve movement, every sensor reading, every radio communication is carefully examined. Not to find someone to blame, but to discover what can be improved. Because offshore, every incident, no matter how small, is an opportunity to become safer. The damaged seal is replaced. The gas detector is tested and recalibrated. Emergency shutdown valves are function tested. Production equipment is inspected. Before a single valve is reopened, every critical safeguard is verified once again. Only then can production safely resume. But the greatest safeguard offshore is not a gas detector. It is not an emergency shutdown valve. It is not a fire water deluge system. The most important safeguard is the people. The operator who notices an unusual trend before an alarm sounds. The technician who identifies a worn component during a routine inspection. The engineer who designs safer systems. The supervisor who refuses to ignore a safety concern. The emergency response team that trains again and again, even though they hope they never need those skills. Every inspection, Every toolbox talk, every permit review, every maintenance task, every emergency drill strengthens the invisible safety barriers protecting everyone on board. Most people will never see these critical safeguards. They are hidden inside equipment, built into software, mounted high above production modules, or quietly carried out by dedicated professionals working behind the scenes. Yet every safe helicopter landing, every successful production shift, every worker returning home to their family is made possible because these safeguards never stop working. The world often measures an offshore platform by the number of barrels of oil it produces. But offshore professionals measure success differently. A successful day is one where everyone returns home safely. Because offshore, safety is never an accident. It is planned, it is engineered, it is tested, it is maintained, and it is protected by layer upon layer of critical safeguards. The systems may be invisible, the procedures may go unnoticed, and the people behind them may never receive recognition. But together, they stand as the final barrier between routine operations and disaster. That is the true power of critical safeguards, the silent protectors of every offshore oil and gas installation.
So here's the biggest takeaway. Offshore safety isn't built on one system. It's built on layers of protection working together every single day. And behind every one of those safeguards are skilled people making smart decisions to keep everyone safe and get every worker home. Thanks for watching. Which critical safeguard impressed you the most? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next documentary.